Virginia's finest locally grown produce is at the heart of the Five Points Community Farm Market in Norfolk. And guess what? This place has a kitchen. So we're going to get some secrets from the Get Fresh Cafe. We're in the kitchen with Chef Nick Renz, and we haven't done any cooking yet, but what you have prepared already just smells phenomenal. What are we making today?
Well, we're making beef fajitas with some locally brought up beef with Windhaven Farms, which is antibiotic, hormone-free, grass-fed. We'll start off with some sauteed onions and peppers. We have a fresh salsa, of course, local tomatoes, and then we'll wrap it up in the tortilla and add a little sour cream, and it'll be delicious.
How do we start?
I got a green pepper, okay, and I cut it in half. And we go with a julienne cut, which is lengthwise. And just kind of burst it. Right. Okay. Next, again, I'm going with this is a Vidalia onion. I'm going to just cut the ends off and remove the skin. And then, again, the julienne cut is a lengthwise cut. Again, thin slices. You're doing excellent. And if you kind of want to rough them up a little bit, just a little bit, just to pull it, get them to break apart. Okay. And then brush them right in here. Yeah. We're going to take some granulated garlic, and you can just sprinkle some in. The recipe calls for a teaspoon. Perfect. Okay. Same with salt. Maybe a half a teaspoon of pepper. One other ingredient was our minced garlic, okay? So I actually want you to take the edge of it and kind of smash it, okay? And what that does when you smash the clove is really release all the flavors. You know my favorite is the julienne cut.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
The julienne cut.
And again, we'll brush that in there. Okay. Let's go ahead and just toss that.
Toss it together.
Yeah. This is tomato, locally grown tomato. Real thin cuts, same thing. We're going to slice and dice. And just add them to that bowl. Okay. And next we'll go with, again, the red onion. You're getting pretty good at this dicing stuff. Let's go move to the jalapeno. Let's go ahead and cut it lengthwise. You're going to want to take this out. Okay, and sometimes you can just kind of edge your knife in here. Nice thin slices, and then cross-section to dice it. And the main thing with the sprigs of cilantro is you don't want that big stem, so you strip off the little leaves from it.
And then chop it up. Chop up the leaves.
Yep. So we'll complete this dish by adding the salt, pepper, and garlic. Then we just finish that by adding the olive oil and the vinegar. And just kind of mix that up really good. And we have the Windhaven Farm grass-fed, antibiotic, hormone-free beef here. So first thing I'm doing is just trimming off fat that we don't want. So you're going against the grain and kind of thin slices, because we're just going to gently saute this with some spices in a few minutes. You just want a little bit of a freeze, but then it's actually, in general, easier to cut. I'm doing just a cumin spice rub. So I'm adding some cumin, just give it a little bit of a Mexican flavor. And my favorite salt, pepper, garlic. So we're taking the onion pepper mix. And we're going to have this kind of on a medium high. And you can go ahead and drop that meat right in there. I'm going to take one of these warm tortillas, some of this delicious beef, again, our peppers and onions. Now this is a little bit of a messy meal, but and it's great fresh salsa and just a little bit of sour cream. So this is the beef fajita with that grass-fed beef that we talked about. Delicious.
Now you heard
that right now.
Yeah, I know. I could too.
It looks good.
You heard the chef say it was messy, so you didn't see video of me, eating it. But I ate it in about 3
We usually
bites.
do see you trying the recipe.
Yeah, you just have to take my word for it. It was very yummy, and what I loved is, I mean, you could really tell the freshness. You could taste the freshness, and once you got over the cutting.
That was a lot of cutting.
Yeah, I'm not big into that. But once you get past that, you do all the cooking and the combining, and it was pretty easy.
That was a good tip, too, about putting a little bit of freeze on the meat so you can slice it thin more easily.
I'd never heard that before, so I'm going to definitely try that the next time. And you can buy all of those items at the Five Points Community Farm Market, which is on Church Street in Norfolk. You can also find this entire recipe online at fox43tv.com. Plus, we're looking for your ideas. What would you like to see prepared? Send us a note, feedback at fox43tv.com.